Hey guys, it's Epic World's PCG. Today I'm be ranking Zach's games from Mark III. These are all of the PCGs minus 2 of the Techno Zombies games because I don't really know much about those games, so I'm not going to be ranking them because I don't feel like that would be fair. But I know a ton about each of these games because Zach has made videos on them. Some of them I've played, not many of them, but I do know quite a bit on each of these games, so I think it'll be fair to rank them. I'm going to be ranking them on story, gameplay, based on what I've seen. Most of these have been played on his channel. Clouded Hopes has been played, Squid from Space has been played, Gnome The Return has been played with Salmon, Gnome Mythos was played with Via, Plants vs. Techno Zombies was played with Chris, Avenger of the Spotted Lanternfly was played with Via, Archmage Victorious and World of Jack were not played, but I can get a pretty good idea of both of those. Rifle Baz was just recently played. A friendly game of Archangel Ball I actually played in chat on one of Zach's streams, so that's super cool. Unending Battle was not played, and Zach 3 Sphinx's Riddle is not played, but most of these games have been played, and I think each of them is super epic. So this is the tier list. Epic, you know, it's like the best you can get. P is for pretty perfect. I is for ideal. C is for clean-ish, and then we got the XS tier, which is like a custom tier I made just for this ranking video. So yeah, let's get right to it. Starting off with Clouded Hopes. Such a good game. This spark, Zach, in Mark III, I noticed that Zach has been doing things very interesting with his games. Like, instead of making classic PCGs like demo games and stuff, he just created whole new worlds and stuff. So, Clouded Hopes introduced so many new characters, and it just spawned the Clouded Hopes series, which I later continued a ton. I even wrote a little novel about it, which isn't finished yet, but I just absolutely love this game. I'm gonna put it at pretty perfect already, so yeah. It's a very solid game, well done on that one. Next we got Squids in Space. This is, I think, game 1 of the Squids in Space series. Zach actually made this on stream, so that was super fun. Like us in chat, we even got to say things to him for him to put in the game, which was the most fun thing ever. I hope Zach does that in the future. It's kind of like almost like a collab. You feel like you're part of it. So I think I asked to put Fungazoid in there, and he ended up being in there, so that's super cool. Ari and Zach played this game, and it ended up being played pretty good. So I just love how open world this game is, and there's like you're gonna basically explore the whole ship at your own pace. Very relaxed game. I'm gonna put this at, and then I'm gonna put it just above Clouded Hopes. Okay, next we're talking about Gnome The Return. This game basically sparked a whole saga after it, so that's absolutely amazing. So hats off to Zach for somehow managing to do that. I think him and Salmon played this. I watched that playthrough, and the playthrough seemed pretty fun. I actually remade this game and played that with quite a few people, and that was pretty fun too. I just absolutely love this game. Like, not only because the story is there, like it introduces a new character, a new world, but it spawned a whole saga, and for that, man, it's hard to rank these games because I like each of them so much. I'll put that right above Clouded Hopes. Okay, next we got Gnome Mythos. This was, so I was basically making a lot of Gnome games after Gnome The Return, and Zach wanted to make another one to continue the saga, which was that was amazing. This one, I think it added a lot more story. It added Zubak, but he's a human, back into the saga, and explained why he's there. So it added a ton of really good stuff, and it filled in lots of gaps. It even added the spider again, which was a very funny little call out. And yeah, I just absolutely love that scene at the top of the tree. You can see like a little building in the back, but there's the Zubak, but he is not a human. Sorry, Zubak, but he is a human. So I actually love that concept. So I just really like this game. I think it's gonna have to go right above Gnome The Return. Although Gnome The Return was the original, it did spark a whole series, but yeah, I think it'll just go right below. But yeah, so nothing's made it any higher, nothing's made it any lower. I think all these games are pretty perfect so far. Next we got Plants vs. Techno Zombies. Zach was basically really into the Techno Zombies franchise for quite some time. So he made like a very unique PCG where it's like Plants vs. Zombies, the video game, but on paper. So I thought he is such an innovator with these new like Mark III games. All these games have been so innovative, and I just love all of them. Plants vs. Techno Zombies really blew my mind with the possibilities of paper computer games. So for that, I mean, and like you guys should watch the gameplay of it. It's on his channel. just absolutely amazing. So I think I'm gonna put this. I'm gonna have to put this right below Squids in Space, because I do personally really like Squids in Space. But yeah, if you guys have any like comments like about this tier list, feel free to leave in the description of this video. Yeah, next we got Revenge of the Spotted Lanternfly. Again, it added a new character. It even added like a new god. It was called Troctelier. He's like the god of the spotted lanternflies. Basically a normal spotted lanternfly, like you switch the perspective in this story. So instead of playing as a human, you play as a spotted lanternfly getting stomped by humans. So I really like this perspective it adds, and it's just a really another really unique story that that you don't really see in many PCGs. So I'm gonna put it at ideal. I really do like it. It's just like, yeah, I think that's where I want to put it. Next is Archmage Victorious. This is a super cool game about the Archmage. I'm really glad. Even though it's an alternate version of the Archmage, I'm just really glad Zach was really experimenting with his characters and stuff, and he's even using some of my characters and my friends. So that's absolutely amazing. So yeah, Archmage Victorious. Oh, also, I forgot to say, Squids in Space. The reason I love it so much too is because it introduced Arx the Barks, which is one of my favorite characters too. So that is also why I put it there. You know what? I'm gonna put this in. No, well, yeah, I'm putting this in epic tier because that game just deserves that. But yeah, so Archmage Victorious. Back to this game. It's told a new story with a bunch of new characters. And you know, I actually really enjoyed this game. It's not that, like, the puzzles are very interesting. So I think if I were to play this, it would be a very interesting way, because you're like basically going back in time and fighting the Archmage over and over again. And I think that's a very unique way to play PCG. And for that, I'm going to be putting it right below Clouded Hope. So it's a very good game. Yeah, so it's on pretty perfect here. Next is World of Jack. Again, super innovative. Like, who would have thought to make a PCG on like a frickin' paper jack-o'-lantern? Absolutely amazing idea by Zach. Again, it has the character of the Archmage in it. This time, the actual one, I think. And yeah, it introduces tons of new characters, like I said. The PCG actually burnt down partway through his filming, so that I know this one took him a ton of time and a lot of frustration to film and make a video about it too. So that just gives him even more props. I think playability-wise, it would be very hard to play. I actually did cut out this thing and make it. It didn't look too good, but because I don't really know how to make crafts like that. But Zach did a really good job on his part on cutting it out and stuff. So I think he did a really good job on this thing. Yeah, I'm gonna put at ideal. I think it's a really good game. Just playability-wise, it might be a little challenging. Other than that, the story was very good too. Guy Phobaz. This is like a new PCG by Zach, and it's exploring a whole new world with an alternate version of Incus, which is one of his like favorite characters. And yeah, I saw Salmon and Yak play this game, and Zach was very cool playing it. He let them become a wheeler and stuff, I believe. And yeah, I just love the way it was played and the way it's another open world PCG, which appears to be like kind of a theme with Mark III of Zach's games. Not all the games are linear. We have quite a few open world ones. So yeah, I really love this game. It introduces tons of new characters. I'm going to put it at epic tier because I just really love that game. A friendly game of Archangel Ball. This might be the simplest game on the thing. It's only one page. It's only got like 2 characters in it, but this spawned, again, another whole saga. And for that, I just really love it. And yeah, there's not much to say about this game because it's so small, but the puzzle was actually pretty cool, and the fact that we got to play it in stream, that was just like blowing my mind. I didn't know you could play PCGs in a stream. Like, it's just super engaging for the viewers. So yeah, I actually really like this game. I'm gonna put it above all these other ones. It would almost make epic tier for me because I love it so much, but it's just not big enough to make it epic tier. The Unending Battle. This is the kind of controversial PCG on this list because you know, there was a whole controversy. It was resolved, so I'm just gonna get that out of the way. Now let's actually talk about the game. This game starred a new character. It's just this random girl pops into existence. It also has 2 new characters, Razor Foss and then like a Kovian dude, so Hento versus Kova. And it created this really unique story. And as gameplay wise, it's basically like just a cozy PCG where you take it at your own pace. And it's on the planet Gondo, which is super cool. Zach's first PCG exploring my sector of the universe, so for that I'm very pleased. So yeah, this game, I was just a tiny bit disappointed with the plot. Like it was gonna be like an epic battle, but then it completely changed the plot, which I've never really seen like such a dramatic shift in a plot before. So that was very interesting and cool. So for that, I really appreciate that. And it introduced a ton of new characters. It introduced another Varks, which is super cool. I can't wait to wiki that character. And like just the story here is absolutely amazing. And the fact that this PCG, this story is later resolved because the war between Kova and Hento just ended. Because Clomberant, which Zach convinced to be good, chopped off Gory's head, which was like the evil leader of the Hento. So thanks to Zach, he both like made a PCG about like the war, like standing still, and then like he helped influence the war ending in exploring Shogun. So yeah, for that, it's super cool. I'm gonna put it right below Clouded Hopes. Next we got Zach 3. By the way, I think this is the longest PCG on the list. Maybe not. I'm pretty sure it is though. Next we got Zach 3, the Sphinx's Riddle. This is kind of like a funny chat. Oops, I didn't mean to put it there. I guess I can't put it back. Well, it definitely doesn't belong there. But this game, it was kind of like AI generated. Like Zach got the idea for it and then he made it. It was supposed to be 300 screens, but you know, that would have been difficult. So yeah, this PCG absolutely amazing. I love the like little. It's a very linear game, but it takes place in Hyrule, like Zelda. So I thought for that, like I just loved Zach's Zelda PCGs in general. So that put it up even higher for me, and then introduced a new character. I also make a sequel to this game called Ganon Sphinx 2. So I just really like how it sparked a little series. And yeah, so I'm gonna put that right below the Unending Battle. So yeah, that is my tier list so far. Let me know what you guys think. Yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next PCG video.